Hello, welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I know I say it every day, but it's very true. Thank you. I'm very grateful. So, oh, wait, I just got distracted. Kristen is who brings the great news. Manchin quietly discussing Senate rules changes with Republicans? What kind of Senate rules changes? Oh, goodness. If anybody could find out any more details on that, I'd be very grateful. And thank you, Kristen, for the link and everything in the headline. You really help out a lot. Thank you. We're all grateful. Okay. I'm here 365 days of the year to take your 12 political questions at 12 noon Chicago time. Hello from Chicago. I only do political questions. No, I don't do personal questions, and I don't do personal readings. But if you've got political stuff, just put it in the chat in all caps, especially just before we start. That's where we get our questions. So it's first come, first serve. Sometimes there are things we won't read on. Or we won't. We. Why am I saying we? There are some things I won't read on, but you're with me, so I keep thinking of us as a we. Anyway, there are some things I don't read on, but generally, I'll often just let you know like why, or that, give you some idea. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. And we have epic troll slayers who keep us safe. Speaking of our seriously awesome mods, I don't know that I don't think Lucky Girl is here today, but let me tell you, Lucky Girl has been like queen of the moderators for all of the channels that I know I watch. And she has been on top of everything and helping everybody for years now, and taking nothing for it. I'm not the only reader who's been like, can I help you? Can I offer you something? Can I? And she's just like, nope. But she's a double Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon. And she is our mama bear. She takes care of us. Lucky Girl is here. Hello. Lucky Girl has done such a great job of taking care of all of us. So I wanted to thank you, first of all. Also, I get emails from her now and then. Usually it's about, this, keeping everything straight. This person was blocked accidentally. This was taken care of. That was sorted out. On it, a wonderful, amazing. And I just wanted to say that this morning, that email you sent me really made a difference. I shared it with Sarah, and we were laughing so hard, and I really needed that today. Bless you. Okay. So it is Wednesday. So I've got a hard cutoff time. I can't be here later than 1:40 Chicago time. So we have a lot of questions to get through, a lot of stuff to get through. So I'm going to jump right in. And Pamela Bryant, I understand. Lucky Girl has been helping my channel since it started. So she is the friend. She is the friend to the readers. All of the readers love Lucky Girl, and she has been working tirelessly to help us, to keep us safe, and to share information and help people in the chat just for years now. But you do discourage the emails. In general, I don't read. I don't generally like my email. It's very stressful. But anyway, So, yeah. Anyway. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I really don't. But anyway, Lucky Girl has been extraordinary and for years and deserves a huge amount of credit. And I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful. Thank you. All right. At 5:30, I'm going to jump in. I'm trying to give kind of a quick preview, but okay, good. And Lucky Girl being very generous. It's a team effort. Yeah. You're awesome. Okay, so actually it's more like 6. Oh boy, Supreme Court. Guess what they're up to now? Supreme Court is hearing a case based in Maine that could affect whether tax dollars will be provided for students to attend Christian private schools. Because of course they are. Will this happen? How far will the court hack away at the separation of church and state? And taking money away from public schools that desperately need it. Supreme Court. The whole energy on the right side of the bench. It's just really these people's heads don't see any light because of where they keep them. So, going to give public school money to private Christian schools. Cards from the bottom of the deck. That's not good. King of Cups. All right, that's Biden. He doesn't want that. He doesn't want that at all, especially Dr. Jill. Dr. Jill does not want this. Dr. Jill is displeased if this goes through. Well, that's a point, Desrat. 10-watt bulbs don't do much. 10 of Wands. High Priestess. 6 of Pentacles. 8 of Wands. Knight of Wands. Just give it up now. Just give it up now. Yeah. This is their opportunity. Any idea of precedent? Any idea of like what's come before? Like, not just precedent, but like how the court conducted itself before. There are all of these far right wing things they want to do. They will. It's higher wisdom. No, it's underhanded secrets. It's you just have a lot of power. Look, giving away it's just a little money. It's not much. We'll just give a little money to take a little money away from public schools and give it to private schools. And there's more where that came from. And then expect more far right garbage. It's infuriating. Will they continue to chip away at church versus state? I get a big old, yeah. Yep. It won't last forever, but just expect, and it's not just this, expect. Yes, Boebert, so done with far right garbage. I understand, but that's where we are. Cards fell. Hold, please. Eventually there'll be some temperance. They'll sort it out. But for now, in the short term, that's where the money's going. So, yeah. Okay, at 10:30, this I don't agree with. This is dumb. The war on Christmas seems to have taken a new turn. Some bonehead set the Christmas tree on fire that's in front of Fox News. The war on Christmas seems to have taken a new turn when Fox News' giant patriotic-themed Christmas tree was set on fire outside their new headquarters in New York City. It's just dumb. I mean, you're just handing them ratings. And somebody could have been hurt. That's stupid. That's stupid. But how much will they politicize this? Do I need to even ask? And how? Someone wanted to know, does Q have anything to do with it? So basically, was it an inside job of some nature? It actually feels like some crackpot just doing this. I don't know that it was a false flag operation. Fox News false flag operation. I don't know. Oh yeah, poor little Tuck Tuck. Is our Christmas tree? Someone set it on fire. They're crackpots. It's not the left coming for you. So I'm not even gonna look at the ratings thing. Yes, this will help their ratings. But what is behind this? Who is behind? Like, what the person who's behind this? They just feel like they need mental help. That's just what it feels like. Page of 1. They sent their message. Electra Storm says it could be a homeless person wanting to be arrested to get shelter for the night. That's true. It's incredibly cold. Yeah. Ace of Wands. Page of Cups. DDN says apparently it was a homeless guy. He's been arrested already. Ten of Pentacles. An action taken by someone who is a page. Let's say not thinking things through. And the Fox News people with their millions upon millions of income. Just so it's basically they're the same. That'll get some attention, but oh yoy. They're really gonna throw the book at this guy? Really? They want to discourage other people from setting things on fire. And trees are notoriously, once they get dry, if you've ever seen a dry, real Christmas tree, any kind of flame get near it, oh my gosh, it's like this much short of a bomb. It just, it's awful. So for safety's sake, this feels like fire department. Those two together, that's the fire department. You're gonna find a homeless guy, really? But yeah, they're gonna make hay of it. Yes, Sterling Roses. Woof. Yeah. Tia and Andre at Lilac Lantern says, wish them all enlightenment. That we do. That we do. Cat Shepherd says so now their minions will be after the homeless, and they'll get away with it because the homeless are vilified already and they're not a protected class. They have so much money. Those people in that building have so much money. Chariots. 8 of. And Biden's policy is creating the homeless situation if the person had a job and blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's not even going to be worth. Not that it's ever worth tuning into a little talk on Fox News, but he's going to be awful, especially awful tonight. Is he on opposite Rachel or Chris Hayes? Does anybody know? Because Rachel's the one to beat. Excuse me. I'm just wondering if they have who they've put up directly against her to try to win that back. Is it Hannity? I don't even know. I get subjected to bits of Tucker Carlson off and on, and it's most vexing. Pamela Bryant is Sean Hannity's opposite Rachel. Thank you. Okay, so at 17, this isn't a wake-up call. Hello. Okay, over 400 Capitol Hill staff are demanding something be done with Boebert concerning her anti-Muslim remarks against Representative Omar, citing that Boebert's Islamophobia is causing great anxiety for Muslim employees and their families. 400 staff. 400. Will Congress finally do something? Thank you, Taylor B. We finally do something. Oh. January 6th Select Committee, right there. Committee's going to do something about Boebert, but when? People are afraid. You can't have leaders who stoke hatred because bad stuff happens. It gets, there are crackpots out there who lash out. 6 of Swords. Yeah, get rid of her. Send her home. Goodbye, bye, Felicia. Jolie says if we did what Boebert did at our workplace, would be long gone. Exactly. Ace of Wands. Queen of Wands. Yeah, this is her with her belligerent bludgeon, using her bludgeon. Page of Cups. Democrats looking weak. Page of Pentacles. Republicans looking weak. Hermit. Looking carefully, taking it under advisement. I don't know that they can. I don't know if they can legally do much, can they? Well, in France, did you see Boebert's family Christmas photo of everyone with assault weapons? Oh, that was, I read on that yesterday. Was hers like that as well? Because Macy, I read on Macy yesterday, I think it was. Barbara says, I reported that photo as hate. Good for you. Hello, Marby. Sandy Miller says racism always starts out as a joke, quote unquote, to test the waters of those around the said racist. Yeah. Insult to injury? You think? 5 of Pentacles, Death card. 4 of... There's big trouble coming for her. I mean, this is... If she was in trouble within the house, I'm sorry. I'm very confused today. Marjorie Taylor Greene is in the Senate. Boebert is in the House. Do I have that right? This would be them doing something in the House, but this in the middle, that's something bigger. This is something much bigger. I'm hoping it is not someone actually, something like that actually happening to somebody, but I'm getting January 6th committee energy around Boebert. Big. Oh, they're both in the House? Okay. Both in the House. Thank you. Thank you. Whew, thank heavens. Bad enough we've got Holly. We're in the Senate. Butterfingers. Hold, please. You're not going to get any kind of real apology. And she was but I reach out to Boebert's energy, and it's just January. It's like January 6th energy is glommed onto her. And she's just going to keep going and keep going and keep going. This isn't something she said once. She said it repeatedly. I want to say she's been, it's like on tape, or she has said it at least 3 times, even after it came out. She repeated it. Wheel of Fortune, 9 of... Wheel of Fortune, 9 of Cups, Queen of Cups. It's a matter of time. Committees. Don't know when she's up for election. Could be that. It's just... Yeah, John Gubb. Boebert is just one big glom. Yes. Yes. Kristen from Uncover the News is awesome and so helpful and contributes so much. Thank you. Thank you, Kristen. All right. Thank you, Jeanette. I think I'm cold. That's why I keep pulling on my sleeve. Hang on. I'm going to go get my top. Hang on. Sorry about this. Sterling Rosa says, I wonder if Boebert even knows what's coming her way. Well, why would she? I mean, Meadows has done an about face. Bannon's not going to be going to court until next July. So Meadows has done an about face. There's no accountability. But for what it's worth, yesterday when I read on this, I read on it a couple of times. I pulled more cards. It just kept saying that the January 6th committee is going to do something that is going to, it's going to be significant enough. It's going to scare a bunch of these other traitors into cooperating in a hurry. So, okay, thank you for your patience on that. I was just getting cold. All right. Oh, nice. Sandy Miller, thank you for the link to those shirts. I got several Christmas presents through them. The shirts are amazing. Oh, excellent. Good. Good. Oh no, Taylor B says, I've been holding online for 2 hours and 23 minutes to order my insulin pump supplies. Oh. Insulin pump supplies. What's the reading on insulin pump supplies? 20. $26.30. I know there's a lot of disruption in getting stuff out, and apparently there have been some floods in the northwest that are also messing things up. So insulin pump supplies. It's so incredibly important. For what it's worth, I can hear people in warehouses with their voices raised, like telling, get that, put that here, to get that off the truck and get it over there. And I'm getting a lot of that. Some help supplies. Knight of Wands. Okay. People taking action. So important. King of Pentacles. Strength. It's a huge hurdle. It's there's such disruption in the supply lines, and it's a huge hurdle to try to fix it. Oh, come on. This has got to be a priority. Medical care has got to be the priority. What? Disappearing B. Smith? What? Is everything falling apart today? B. Smith is awesome. Doxy Mom says, Taylor, lots of positive energy. Absolutely. You need it. This isn't for funsies. Hermit, Empress. They're trying. That's all I'm getting. They're trying to find workarounds, and there are people trying to find workarounds, trying to find ways to get these things to people quickly. But it's a struggle. What? Okay, what is going on? Did I miss something big? B. Smith, late again, power off and on all day due to storm. May suddenly disappear. Oh, I hope you're okay. And so, why were people talking like we're losing B? Kathy Anderson says, I was informed my prescription for shoes is late because it's out on the ocean on the ship. Oh, Kathy Anderson, I'm sorry. Okay. Again, that's that card. I just saw it. It just disappeared. Vicky K says the Build Back Better bill caps insulin at $35 a month if it passes. Yes, please. Yes, please. And a cure. A cure would be nice. Science. I know you're working on it, but I'm sorry. I wish I had better news. Things are they're clearing up. They are going to get better. It's just it's just bad right now. The Gordian knot. They'll get through it. Sorry. All right, 32. Okay, B. Smith says we're okay, just challenged by power outages. Then Wi-Fi goes. Had 3 outages. Oh my gosh, one was 11 hours the past 3 days. I'm so sorry. I want to make you all safe. $32.30. All right. There was something that was coming up again in the news. This whole idea of Trump as Speaker of the House. We know it's not going to happen. It's ridiculous. Fine. I'm just moving. I'm just going to try to move on, guys. I'm getting emotional. I'm just going to try to move on. But I wanted to read on this because I wanted to know about the character of Trump and the character of McCarthy. The question is, what started off as an offhanded troll comment by Matt Gaetz at a rally, there seems to be real movement among the far right to install Trump as Speaker of the House if the GOP gains control after the 2022 election. Since one does not legally need to be an elected official to serve as Speaker, will they actually follow through? My question is, because I want to know about what we're dealing with. One, would Trump take the job? 2, would McCarthy really swallow all of his ambition to hand the gavel to Trump? So would Trump take the job? And would McCarthy really? Then again, he's incompetent. So, thank heavens. Oh, I'm glad she. King of Swords. The vote, having the power, the king of the legislature. It's not the emperor, but it's the king of the legislature. And it's the House of Representatives that has the power of the purse. I don't need that. Okay. Trump, would Trump actually take the job? Queen of Swords. Would he take the accolades? Yes. The title? Yes. Would he do the work? Not a chance. Not a chance. By far, the worst Speaker of the House ever. No question. That's the speakership. He'd take it. And then there wouldn't be leadership. It wouldn't be organized. Everything would fall on underlings. He would be awful. He would be absolutely awful. But presidency with all of the attention and pomp and circumstance, that kind of thing, yes. But actually trying to keep people, he's a medieval king in his head. Democracy grouping of or get people to vote for one thing or another. Go do my bidding. Go over there, do my bidding. All right, McCarthy, really? Page of Wands, Page of Swords, Temperance. Really? He'd be bullied out of it. Are you loyal? Trump bullying him. Him having to swallow his ambitions. Doxy Mom says he would if he thought they could impeach Biden and Harris so he could step in as president again. I hadn't thought of that. I had not thought of that. Hang on. Sorry. The chat's trying to catch up. Actually, I'm just going to refresh this page because otherwise we'll be trying to catch up until the end of time. Ain't nobody got time for that, YouTube. Don Gubb, we could look at that tomorrow. Will police step up and investigate terrorizing of electoral staff? I'm going to move both of these over here for the moment. And the one I will carry over to tomorrow. Okay. So, all right. Doxy Mom had a very good question at 38:30. Electra Storm says he'd be third in line. That's true. So actually, no, this isn't just this. This is overall. It's will Republicans impeach Biden and Harris and remove them from office? And then there's a possibility of maybe something with Trump, but no. I clicked on something, it highlighted the whole thing and then erased it, but I got it back. Okay. It's probably 39:30 now. Terrifying. All right, so if the Republicans regain control of Congress, will they impeach and remove Biden and Harris? And you think, well, over what? They'd make something up. Azalea said, impeach them for what? They would make something up. They just would. If Republicans regain control of the House and the Senate, will they impeach and remove Biden and Harris? Some Republicans won't go along with it. They think it's crazy. They think the people back in their districts will vote them out as soon as possible. Catherine Rodriguez, I don't know. We'll have to see. They've got to, some Republicans, okay, they've got to give a little. Okay. Son, white supremacy ruling the country. Ugh, openly. Four of Pentacles. Page of Wands. Two of Wands. Seven of... Okay, well, the far right wouldn't have immediate... the far right would not have immediate support of the regular Republicans. But they would spin quite the tale. Let's see. Pipe dream. You may see it running in some ads for people running in 2022. You may see it in some ads, but I'm not getting it actually happening at all. So, all right, I've got some more questions here. Still have time. Moving blanket alert. Yes, yes. That's Bailey Boo Boo's and Kitty under there. His favorite spot these days. Don Gubb says, did old school cold curls with dressing gown belt on head trick last night. Fabulous. Good. Hello, Gretchen. All right. See, now I've got this stuck in my head. Let's see here. Catherine Rodriguez said, any words from John Lennon? Just checking. Because today is the 41st anniversary of his passing. 44. And you said that, and now I've got Imagine taking over my thoughts. It's like, okay, all right, okay. See, I keep adding stuff and then I run out of space. I've got to fix this somehow. All right. Where are we? 41st. Thank you, Doxima. $44.30. Any words from John Lennon? I don't know that I'm always the best person to read on historical figures. I have great respect for his artistry. I have great respect for people's art. But I just see him as a person. And it was a very, we always end up asking, and this is nothing negative toward anybody, but we always end up focusing on the male artists. Do you know what I mean? Because it was a misogynistic time, and women didn't have, their work wasn't viewed as being equal, same opportunities. And he is absolutely a genius. He absolutely was an artistic genius. But I think he also got away with a bunch of stuff that he shouldn't have. And I see him as, he's a guy. So, but anyway, with great respect for your art. And I do get the sense that even he sees his failings. Because we all have them. We all have them. Very much. Many failings here, too. Any messages? I think my guides can tone down the headache, though. Yeah, I get okay, definitely got the energy. Could we get rid of the headache? Not helping. Lecture song, we're talking about John Lennon. My music says it all more eloquently than I could here. He really has a wider perspective now that he's on the other side, and he's had time to process it all. Very much helping musicians who are alive today, trying to help them. Thank you, Betsy. Children. He fully sees now what he did to his children. One more so than the other, but he has some good Liverpudlian words to say about his killer. All of which, well, most of which we would understand. I just don't talk that way on the channel. But he's not, it's not like he's on the other side trying to get vengeance against his killer. No, it has nothing to do with it. But his words on that person are very blue. But it's kind of an offhanded, there's anger there, but it's not really anger. It's just like, 10 of Cups. He brought so much good to the world. He brought so much good to the world through his art. But now that he's on the other side, it's like he's like pointing out a big, it's like a data bank. Is it pointing out this big, energetic ball of energy? And he said, I was just, it's like he was channeling a part of that, where he feels like he's part of a bigger creative energy, way of getting creative energy into the world. And he said his perspective has changed so much. He said, if I had known then kind of what I know now, what I see now about the collective and about the creative energy. Yeah. And I can understand that. I mean, I'm proud of my creative work, but at the same time, sometimes I think it isn't just from me. Yes, it's study. I've studied a lot, and he studied a lot. If you've ever read Malcolm Gladwell's book, what is it? Is it Tipping Point? I forget which one. One of his books where he talks about 10,000 hours, doing something for 10,000 hours to become proficient at it. There's a story in there about the Beatles and when they first started out and what really made them, allowed them to become masters of what they were doing so much more quickly because of the German crucible, I think they called it. Anyway, I haven't seen the movie Doxy Mom, sorry. We can make choices. And the song Imagine really does, it's been taken over for a lot of, he's not saying cheesy uses. He's not using that term, but it's that there's a swear word and then something like cheesy uses. But it still stands as, imagine people living in peace. Yeah. So his work stands. He made a lot of money. He traveled a lot. He saw a lot. He did end up helping a lot of people. He had his foibles, his failings, but he feels like he did the best he could. And I believe him. Outliers, that was it, Vicky K. Thank you. The Malcolm Gladwell book, Outliers. It was a good book. But that's what I'm getting. Thank you. I was just trying to get a sense of the sheer amount of influence he had, the sheer number of people he was helping. I mean, how can other people help large numbers of people like that? How do you? It's a fluke it's a very good fluke that you earned, that you deserved. But like I was just talking about women artists. Who didn't get opportunities. So how do artists today, how do people of color, how do women, can you give us a hint? How do we get all of those voices out in a way that will do the most good? He's mostly just working with artists on an individual level to help them channel that divine creative energy better. Yeah, he's a nice guy. Sandy Miller, thank you. Yeah, he's a nice guy. I mean, I'm still asking questions. Queen of Swords. It's a woman. Media. And he's pointing out the Me Too movement, saying, this is good. This is good. It's an uphill battle, but you're already winning it. There are already women who have their own artistic businesses who are navigating a very, what can be and what certainly was an extremely dark world. But he's just focused on individuals here and there, just trying to help them. Then when they get better at channeling that divine creative energy, just find another musician who's really trying, who's really putting in the effort, who's, showing some willingness to do the work and trying to help there, and then helping another musician. He doesn't feel like he's trying to do something bigger than that. So, thank you, Azalea. All right. Thank you. Okay. That's all I'm getting there. So, that was very nice. Much better than I expected it to be. Yeah, some of these older artists, but that was good. It's surprising how he doesn't want to get involved in any kind of bigger thing or helping somebody else achieve the levels of fame that he had, and all of this grandiose help someone exclusively so they can. He's just no. I just do this work, then I do that work, then I do that work. A lot of the grandiosity stuff is just no. Interesting. Thank you for asking. Catherine Rodriguez, thank you for asking. All right, 5830. Oh boy. Are we going to be shifting gears here? I mean, you're going to get whiplash from this. We were just talking about art, peace, and all of this, and now we're going to talk about war. Kamikaze drones. This is a quote. Kamikaze drones seem to be the biggest on-ground military advancement since the invention of the machine gun. Will this invention truly level the playing field between our military and terrorists? Because it could allow our soldiers to have a greater sense of safety, but it could also create a more leveling playing field. So yeah, deadly drones. And Shane Weiniger says, I wonder who Lin-Manuel's guide is. Good question. Death drones. Oh, okay. Drone technology is going to advance immensely, which is not really a shocker. But I'm starting to feel like, forget war. It's like just a woman walking down the street who's worried about her safety, or would be, but she doesn't have to be, because there's some kind of little droney type object right there that's going to do some serious damage to anyone who messes with her. Thank you, Catherine. Cynthia Sunshine, war. Good God, y'all. What's it good for? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely. This is. Oh, wow. Okay. I was getting this morning, I was actually getting I still have plenty of time. I was getting this morning, it's like sometimes I think there are some things that happen astrologically, because it's like you'll get the same types of stories, a whole bunch of the same types of stories in the news. And then a few days later, you get a completely different topic where it's just a whole bunch of things, breakthroughs moving forward in different areas, but it's the same. It's the same stuff. Do you not have a current chart of the moment? That's what I want. Okay, I want that bigger. Let's have a look at this. I haven't looked at this yet. But I think we should. Share screen. Here we go. All right, this is the chart of the moment. And all right, we've got, well, I mentioned yesterday, I'm just hoping you guys can see this. I mentioned yesterday about this is Venus. It looks like a symbol of womanhood. This is Pluto, PL. And Venus is coming together with that. So you get kind of women falling into this intensity is kind of what I've been getting. So we're getting a whole lot of robotic stuff. There were just a ton of robotics articles today. And I'm just trying to figure out why. Because robotics would usually be, well, Uranus rules technology. And especially any kind of communicative media type thing. Some people will call Uranus the higher octave of Mercury. So Mercury is all about communication. So it is at 11 degrees. Again, it's Saturn's coming up to square. So, and the moon's just going past a square, but it moves very quickly. The moon moves like 13 degrees a day. It's zipping along. But Neptune. So as Neptune's moving forward, because it actually moves slower than Pluto, Neptune's at just over 20 degrees. Pluto's at 25 degrees. That means Neptune is moving to sextile 60 degrees. Each one of these is 30. So 30, 60. And right now Mars, here we go. Mars, sextile, Pluto. And this is at 2647. So yeah, that might explain it. So I just like to come look at the chart sometimes to try to get a better sense of what's going on. And so Mars would be the warfare type, or the warfare thing. Mars and Pluto working together with Neptune. So that's fantasy war. So anyway, I'm just getting. It's not just soldiers. I'm getting people. I'm getting women being protected by some kind of robots. Flying ones, full humanoid size ones. Electrostorm says, I always get confused when astrologers talk about degrees. Are you talking about actual temperatures like hot and cold? No, 360 degrees is a circle around us. Degrees, and each of the signs of the zodiac are 30 degrees of that circle. Because if you take the equator of the Earth and you just go straight out, that's roughly where the constellations are of the zodiac. So it's what's around us. Azalea says, I'm fascinated by the idea of women being protected by robots. I never would have thought of that. Me either. I wasn't going there. Ice and Fire Creations is saying the sun was in conjunct Uranus a few days ago. Okay. Linda McMurtry, I agree. Drones and robots can be used for good or evil. Jolie says some more practical applications for drones in general or just around protection. Oh, there's so much coming. Did you guys? I sent Sarah. Oh no, that was it. That's continue reading. On CNN Business, there's a very. Will you play? Oops.
The reason for making a robot that looks like a person is to interact with people. So human face is a very high bandwidth communication.
That's kind of where we're going. Queen of Pentacles. Of course, people who have more money would have more stuff. Oh my gosh, this feels like even if you go for a walk, there's just all this stuff. It's like, which one do you want? Businesses, whole businesses, industries built up on creating. Oh my gosh, computers are going to be. I cannot express to you how much the world is going to change. It will make this, what we're doing right now, look so quaint. Electrostorm saying technology seems to be the way of the future, and robots and machines seem to be going into medicine more and more. That too. So, yeah. And warfare, unfortunately, warfare, it changes things. Changes things, and authoritarians use robots, drones, computers for ill. Liberal democracies use it for more good. More, not all, but more. The times, they are changing. Ice and Fire Creation saying, what about terrorists having drones and robots? Everyone's going to have them. But it's hard to attack somebody if they have their own even smaller, even if it's a smaller thing that just is with them, it will recognize something incoming and go and hit it as hard as it can to deflect it. Even if it can't stop it, it can deflect it. So, and you can have big buildings. You could have places that are high risk, institutions. Yeah. And there's just a lot of women's energy here. There's a lot of women's energy here. Women scientists, women buying these things. I mean, there's an argument that's been made that it's an argument. But has been an argument that the first tool users were women, because men had bulk. The males rather had bulk that we didn't. And so to break something open for food, or to protect ourselves, or to something, there's an argument to be made. So it would make sense that women would jump on this to make ourselves feel safer, make ourselves safer, make our children safer. Not that, of course, men would do that too. I'm just getting a lot of feminine energy. So there's hang on just a second. Azalea is saying, I wish they would not make them look like people. I like the robot AI on Interstellar. Well, yeah. That was awesome. What is your paranoia setting at? Higher than yours, apparently. That was awesome. That was funny. I'm crazy. I liked the robot dog. I was like, good. And people were like, oh, freaking out. Why? You get peaceful resolution to things. Nobody gets hurt. I like the robot dog, but that's just me. That's just me. And I don't have to worry about it. You know, the likelihood of police raiding my house are 0. And bringing a robot dog, 0. But anyway. Mama Bear says, didn't Atlantis fall because of technology? I get Atlantis is a myth. There was an island. There were islands that had people living on them that may have been making progress. But Knight of Pentacles, Hermit, 5 of Wands, 5 of Cups. No, it's more earth changes is what I get. That there have been civilizations on islands that have prospered because they weren't spending all of their time and resources on protecting themselves. I mean, people who just fetishize the Spartans, it's like, okay, you need to understand here why the Spartans came to be, why that philosophy of came into being. It's because that whole area, it was just a nightmare to live there. So you had this warrior race of come back with your shielder on it. When a woman could only get a proper burial if she died in childbirth. When a child was born, for the first night, it had to sleep outside, unprotected. I mean, it wasn't like we just had an idea. No, they were living in a nightmare. The rest of all around them. It was just constant warfare and Earth changes, and it was a mess. So, oh my gosh. Kathy Anderson, lab results. Good news, yes. Continue plant-based diet and exercise. Yes. Good. I hope you get better. I hope things continue to look good. Okay. Well, that was fun. Let me see here. Safety. I might have to do some of these tomorrow. Only got 5 or 10 minutes left. Sorry, I've been jibber jabbering, but I just thought this. I thought this was. I've enjoyed this. This is really interesting. Let me see. All right, let me see if I can get through these two. I'm going to move these up. The others are more intense, or I don't want to I want to make sure I don't shortchange those. But at 1:16:30, Marc Short, Pence's former chief of staff, is cooperating with the January 6th committee. Will his knowledge of what went down leading up to and on that fateful day shed more light on how depraved the Trump team are? And I want to know, is this a plan that is this part of a plan? Like Pence is like, oh, I'm not going to go up against Trump. I'm going to say everything's fine. I'm going to, it's like, hey, Marc Short, go give him everything. Oh, I'm not upset. Is this like a plan so that Pence doesn't have to go against Trump or anybody, but is this a underhanded plan? I don't think Pence is really capable of this, but let's have a look. Doxy Mom says Short was also at the Capitol with Pence on January 6th. Oh boy. Oh, Jolie, a fellow plant-based eater. All right, 5, insult to injury. Yeah. The committee, telling the truth to the committee, helping them fill in the pieces. I'm not getting that Pence is being duplicitous. I'm getting that he's just not, Marc will do, Marc's going to say what he's going to say. And he's not trying to stop him. They want justice. The committee wants justice. Here's the truth. Help them fill in the gaps. It was absolutely terrifying and awful. So, what's your deal, Pence? Sucking up to the man who tried to kill you? Devil, 4 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. He can't go forward as a Republican. He has to go forward as a Trumpian if he wants to stay in politics. He does not see a way forward unless he's got Donald Trump's support. Yeah, because that's what Jesus would want. So is Marc Short's information going to really help? Nanette Hardy says, I think Marc is sincere. He's got some trauma. 6 of Wands, 7 of Wands, 10 of... Oh, yeah, he's helping. He's very upset. He's very upset. And he's there. They tried to win. Let's put them on the defensive. Let's nail every one of these traitors. Metaphorically, this has to do with justice. This is mental worry, but this is justice. So this is throwing the book at somebody. It's not literal. It's only sort of literal when it's talking like you're gonna have surgery, and that can turn out well actually. But that's my card for surgery. So, oh, Taylor B said I said I would hold on until you finish 3 hours 17 minutes so far and hold. I'll go back to Ealing. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Kathy Anderson, Stockholm Syndrome. He walked into that. He stays in it through his choice. And now he can't even say, well, I'm doing this to keep, rein in Trump's worst instincts. You're not around him. So now you're just sucking up. And this, oh, I'm doing evil for the greater good. Maybe you're just doing evil. Just throwing that out there. All right. Well, that is going to do it for me for today. The other few questions that were here, I will get to tomorrow. Okay, let me just make sure I've got everything. Yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 for tomorrow. All right, but thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. It's 1:36 here in Chicago. At 4 o'clock, I will be over on Book Art Media doing creative sprints. You're always welcome if you have a creative project. And other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. You can't get rid of me. I'm here every day of the year. All right. Hang in there. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. You're not alone. And there are good days ahead. All right. Take care.